Hello and welcome back to the MLB DFS slate breakdown for Monday, April 7th. We got a decent sized slate on our hands tonight, and we're going to dive right into it. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann. Now come join us at LineStar, $39.99 per month. Gets you access to all we do, the props, the DFS. You get it all one low price. Now, let's dive in, get to it real quick. As always, we will start with a recap of yesterday's slate. Do a little learning, see what we find out there. So getting over to the perfect lineup, we had Andrew Heaney went nuts, gave us 52. And then as far as the perfect lineup, we had a two-man Colorado stack, a run back from the A's. I wanted to say Oakland. Sorry to all those Oakland fans out there, all four of you. So yeah, not too much we can get here from the perfect lineup, but let's dig into the winning lineup. Now, the winning lineup went to Brontosaurus Flex, who put up 260. They had Heaney as the super low owned, 0.9% drafted. Man, they went for 10 Ks and 7 innings versus the Yankees. It's pretty surprising. He didn't even get the win because the Yankees tied it late, but he did get a quality start. Have a day, Heaney. Then, 4-man Houston stack, 3-man Colorado with a one-off of Wallner. Solid correlation, solid lineup, 4-3-1. Like it. Congrats to Brontosaurus Rex. And I unfortunately didn't quite get there, but we can review my lineup also. I got a 10th place showing here, 240, so I was, 20 points off the lead. I had Bubik, who went for 51, had a real solid day. And then I had a Houston and San Diego 4-4 stack that went nuts. Unfortunately, for me, Bogarts let me down a little bit. Needed some more from him. I mean, 9 is fine, but when he has, a guy for going for 45 and I have a guy, or 44, and I have a guy going 9, it's pretty hard to come back from that. So congrats to Brontosaurus Rex. You won 20K. Now let's dig into the DK lineup. So the winner, Bubek, Heaney, 2 very solid pitchers. They went nuts. And then we had a 4-man Minnesota stack, 3-man Cubs with a one-off of Philly. Congrats, Skyhook. You won 100K. Big time win for you. And then the perfect lineup for DK was Heaney, Bubek, and all one-off. So let's dig into today's slate now and see what we can uncover and how we are going to attack it. So the first thing we need to talk about here, big-time weather in Chicago. Super cold. Winds coming in. It is a situation where it's like, it's just not baseball weather. Could be snow flurries, could be mix of snow and rain. It's ugly. At least I think that if they are going to postpone this one, we probably know beforehand because it's going to be more of a postponement due to the Cubs just really not wanting fans to have to sit through this. It's going to be ugly, super cold temperatures. They can play through it, but I just don't think they probably do. So that's the big thing we need to watch here. There's also some weather to watch with the Mets game, but that one, temperatures are like mid-40s. It's drizzling the whole game. I think they probably end up playing that one. All right, so position or pitchers going high owned. Hunter Green, 32% owned. Look, he's only 7,900. We got him at 2.7x. He's been very good this year. And I don't mind this spot versus the Giants. Giants are hot. They're 8-1. Their offense is playing, but I think they have been getting a little bit lucky. Their splits, they definitely hit the ball hard versus a righty. Their average is okay, but the Giants have struggled mightily against green. 65 plate attempts, 119 average, 153 ISO, 3 home runs, 212 WOBA, 44% K rate. They've definitely struggled. We have a 27.6% K rate at 7,900. Something's very interesting. I don't mind having some Hunter Green. He's definitely one of the pitchers I like on this slate. Now, Justin Steele, 7,700. This could change big time throughout the day as we learn if this game is playing or not. But if this game plays, it is amazing hitting weather. And with that, I have a little interest in Steele. I mean, Steele has not been great so far to start the season, but at least we saw some of the strikeout upside start showing up last week. I think there is signs that he's starting to kind of figure it out. If the game plays, I think you got to consider Steele just with the weather. The hitting or the pitching weather alone makes him very interesting. Then you add in his strikeout stuff, all that, and I'm fine going there. Fine having a little bit. The splits versus the Rangers looks great. Hayden Wesniewski, 7,500, 24% owned versus the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. So big time pitcher park here. I'm very interested in Wesniewski. Simply put, look, the Astros have been very good with figuring out pitchers and getting the most out of them for years. And we saw a little bit of it last time. He went 5 innings, had 6 Ks. He had 3 walks, 3 earned runs versus San Francisco, but it was a decent outing. He's only 7,500. We have him at a 29% combined K rate. I think there's major upside. I don't mind having a little bit of Wesniewski. I think it's an interesting spot. I don't mind a little bit of Seattle stacks also on the other side, but Wesniewski is interesting to me. Next, we got Zach Gallen, 8,300, 21% owned versus the Orioles. Never want to face the Orioles. They are striking out at 23%. However, Gallen's 5-start K rate is at 35%. Combined K rate, 29% here. He just had an insane outing versus the Yankees. This is another one that he really is going to have to miss bats on. Baltimore is a very good offense. I don't love attacking them, but he is a good enough pitcher to get over on them. But I'm probably not likely to have a ton of Gallen today. All right, pivot-wise, I absolutely love Logan Gilbert versus the Astros, who have just looked dreadful. Splits are terrible. This offense has really been struggling, and Gilbert's been okay so far this year. We got a 29% K rate. The last 5, 36% K rate. The splits for Houston, 209 average, 97 ISO, 23% K rate. I like attacking this Astros team, and I'm shocked that he's not one of the highest owned right now. Another one, Logan Webb, 8,500, 18% owned versus the Reds. Reds offense has been okay so far this year. Logan Webb, extremely good at pitching, and he's just consistent. The issue with Webb is we've talked about all guys that have huge strikeout upside. Webb isn't that. Webb will work deep into games. He could go 7 innings, but he's probably only going to have 5, 6 Ks. So your upside with Webb is him being efficient, getting deep into the game, getting a win, getting a quality start. And, you know, you don't have that 10K upside. I think Webb is interesting, but for him to be optimal, we're going to need some of those high upside strikeout pitchers to get lit up a little bit. I'm interested in Webb, but his upside just isn't as high as some of these other guys. Kodai Senga, 9K, 15% owned versus Miami. We got more pitcher weather here. He's much better at home, averaging 29% more fantasy points at home. We got a 30% K rate. His StatCast data looks decent, minus allowing 36% hard contact rate. But we don't have to worry about the hard contact quite as much with Miami. Simply, their ISO over the last 150 games is only 131 versus a righty. So not as worried about that contact rate. Miami, I think, has been hitting a little out of their shoes to start the year. I see some regression coming to them. We got a combined K rate at 28%. I am interested in this spot. There is a little weather concern here, though, because if they have a delay or something because of this rain, there could be problems with Kodai going late. But I think there's major upside. Nobody's going there. I'm interested. Now, let's get over to the pitcher spot on FanDuel. High-owned Hunter Green and Michael King. We haven't talked about Michael King yet. He's 8,700. He is versus this A's team that is interesting. They can definitely hit the ball a little bit. Definitely hit the ball hard, but they do struggle more versus righties than lefties. King, big-time K upside, 29% over the last 20, 31.4 over the last 5. And he has done well versus the A's. I think there's some upside here. Don't mind a little King, but it's also one of the better hitting environments on the day. This ball seems to have been jumping in Oakland. It's mid-60s temperatures, winds, blowing out towards center at 8 miles an hour. I don't love attacking this environment with pitchers, but King does have the upside to get it done. He totally shut down Cleveland last time with 11 Ks and 88 pitches. I don't mind having a little bit. I think he is probably going a little bit over-owned. I would rather just pay down to Gilbert at 10.2K. And let's get over to some stacks. See what we can figure out on the hitting side. Now, highest projected stack on the day, we got the Mets versus Miami. Not totally sure who Miami is going to take. Downside here is we do have pitching weather. Might be hard to really get the game going, and we got a total of only 7. So very low total. Don't mind some Mets, not going to go too heavy. Seattle, I am interested in playing both sides of this game. Seattle has been hitting decently lately. Don't know if Robles is going to be in the lineup. He did get hurt yesterday making a very tough catch. So they may be a little worse than normal. Wisniewski, I don't mind having a little bit of them. Now, Padres. Padres are probably going to be the highest owned team on this slate. I already talked to you about how this is one of the better hitting environments. And then we got Severino on the bump, 4.58 FIP over the last 20, 4.85 over the last 5. Padres will score fantasy points in a ton of different ways, stealing bases, hitting guys over. They got some power. I like this team a lot from an offensive standpoint, not just because I'm wearing the hat. Orioles are popping up a little bit. Also, they have big time upside. You always got to consider them. Now, our highest owned stacks, we got the Padres. We got Minnesota. Minnesota is very interesting in this spot versus Lorenzen. Lorenzen can be very good or get totally blown up. So little Jekyll Hyde type scenarios for him. And I'm fine with attacking that. Our highest value stack of the day, Seattle versus Wisniewski, makes a lot of sense. The issue for me with this one, the Seattle offense is very front-loaded. The guys in the back are pretty much home run or bust, or stolen base or bust. So stacking them, there's not always a ton of correlation that comes with it because it could be just, solo home run shots and hard to get around. So I don't mind some Seattle. Absolutely willing to have some of them. They got some pops. They got some speed. But just be warned that can be kind of hard to get them right as far as a value stack. Miami is popping up versus Senega. Senega has looked decent. Had one good game, one bad game. I don't mind a little bit of Miami. They've been hitting the ball well, but I don't love it. Padres also have a value stack popping up a little bit, which is a little bit interesting. Highest ceiling. Excuse me. We got Chicago Cubs versus Eovaldi. Great pitching weather here. I don't love the upside case for the Cubs in this spot. Cubs have been hitting very well, though. So I'm fine getting a little bit. Evaldi. Evaldi is a guy that can absolutely shut you out and the next day give up 5 runs. So I'm fine stacking against him a little bit, but we do have to worry about this game playing and major pitching weather, which obviously makes it a little harder hit in. Highest leverage stacks, we got Cubs, we got Texas. Texas versus Justin Steele. As far as a leverage stack, I love it. Texas has a ton of pop. They have some very, very good hitters. I don't mind going with a good offense versus a solid pitcher, especially one that has struggled to start the year. I think it's an interesting leverage stack. You do have to worry about this hitting weather, though, or the pitching weather for that matter. I don't love attacking this type of weather. We only have a game total of 6 there. Can it happen? Yes. And at least if you do have some of them, they're going to be very low owned. They put up 10 runs, they probably win the slate. I would say it's just unlikely for that to happen. Now, click the teams tag. Highest implied run total, Arizona at 5 versus Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin has allowed 43% hard contact and a very high average exit velocity. Arizona's totally interesting. Padres at 5 also, much higher owned. Bullpen behind Severino has been awful. Absolutely interesting. Minnesota 4.8, and then you drop all the way to 4.3 with the Mets and Seattle. Both are fine. Don't really love either. San Francisco at 4.3 versus Hunter Green. Cubs 3.8, and then 3.5 for the Athletics versus King. As far as teams down here with the lower implied run totals, the Royals are one that I am a little interested in. 3.3 run total, but they're against Simeon Woods Richardson, who has a 4.3 FIP over his last 20 starts. 4.36 over the last 5. You can definitely get to Woods Richardson. I don't mind attacking him in this spot. I think the Royals offense is solid. They're going to come around a little bit. They haven't quite been playing up to what they did last year, but I'm interested in going there. That would be my one stack in this lower implied run area that I like. So good luck today, guys. Let's make some money, and I'll be back tomorrow with more. Peace.